The youngest world champion, a definite Speedy Gonzalez, and he just burnt his tires back at the Chennai circuit, of course. And yes, we are talking about the Lewis Hamilton. Thank you so much for talking to us,
My
Lewis.
pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Now, let's start off with your personal side, of course. Your dad has been a huge part of your success story and your manager right from your childhood. So how are you dealing with the fact that he's not really around as much as he was before?
Well, my dad has played a huge role in my life, as he does, as every father does. But obviously, my dad has played a key role in my career. Without him, I wouldn't be here today. And I think what's always important is to always remember that. Just because he's not my manager now and he's not hands-on, it doesn't mean that we can't still enjoy the achievements together. So it's a slightly different experience this year, but I've enjoyed it. You know, I'm becoming my own man, and I want to make my own decisions and do things without your dad constantly watching over you a little bit. So it's been a good experience, and I think it's been good for him as well, because he's always worrying about me and always focusing so much on me. He's taken a lot more time for himself this year. So I'm hoping it's all for a good cause and all in a positive direction.
Absolutely, everybody's going to be rooting for that for sure. Now, Nicole, of course, has now been featured in the hit American Dance show, of course, and Dancing with the Stars. How do you think that she's going to come out a winner when she's not partnered with you, her real star?
No, I mean, Nicole is incredibly talented, beyond your imagination. Dancing-wise, she just blew everyone away. Singing-wise, she's got the voice of an angel. And she's now doing acting as well. So it's not very often you see someone with so many talents and is so beautiful as well. So she's got a great career ahead of her, and things are going better and better for her. So I'm just proud to be able to support her.
Absolutely. Now, moving on to, of course, India being included in the FIA calendar.
Yeah.
Now, that obviously makes it 20 races. So do you think that the FIA is being a little inconsiderate towards the teams, of course, in terms of their off-season and R&D time?
I don't think it's been unfair. I think all racing drivers, we wish we could race more. So more races is actually working out quite well. It's a very, very long season, of course, already. And so to have another race, it makes it tough for all of the teams and all the personnel that is involved in putting the events together. But we generally love the events. We love racing. Mm-hmm. The traveling part of it is, the last 6 races next year will be even tougher than
huge,
than these 5 races we have now.
Absolutely.
But I think it's great for the sport, and really to have the Indian Grand Prix now on the calendar, I think it's great for India. I think it's great for motorsport.
Why exactly aren't you on Facebook and Twitter? Really, like the other stars? You should be on
I used to be on Facebook. I think I started off years ago, I think, on MySpace before I got to Formula 1, and then I started getting lots of invites, so then I just closed that site down, and then I got onto Facebook, and somehow someone found me, because I went under a different name and someone found me, and then I got all these invites, and I don't like to say no, so then you have too many people and too many messages, and I always reply.
Too much of a hassle, you mean?
No, it's just constantly in your day-to-day work, just on my phone, let alone, I have so many emails and messages. I can't do everything, and so I think I got rid of the Facebook because I was having, it just wasn't private enough for me. And then I've seen Twitter, and I think we do it, I go on Twitter sometimes when I'm in the garage, the team has Twitter. So sometimes I go, hey guys, how are you doing? This is what I'm up to now, and this is where I am. But Jensen does have his own personal Twitter, and I'm thinking about it, but I haven't signed up yet.
On a 40-meter stretch, do you think an animal would be ever faster than a Formula 1 car?
Than a Formula 1 car, I don't think so. I think maybe a cheetah might start off a little bit
That's
quicker.
why I specified a 40-meter stretch.
Yeah, I think a cheetah might be very, very close. But I mean, the Formula 1 car, 40-meter stretch is not actually that far. So maybe a cheetah would win.
Okay, possibly. All right. Now, speaking of Karan Chandok, of course, he's our Indian star here. Now, do you think he made a bad choice with HRT Hispania, or do you think he's had a good start, really, for a rookie?
I think when you have an opportunity, you have to grab it with both hands. And there's not that many opportunities. There's only 24 of us now in Formula 1. So when there's a seat available, you take it. And so I think it was the right choice. I think whilst he was prepared, maybe the team was slightly less prepared for the steep learning curve that they had ahead of them. And so I think the team have done not as good a job as perhaps the drivers have done. And so it's been tough. You know, if you don't have the package beneath you, it's difficult to show your ultimate pace. But I think he's done a great job, and he's very much well liked in the whole paddock by all the drivers. He gets along with everyone, and so I'm hoping that in the next coming races, or definitely going into next year, he may have an opportunity in a much better team, hopefully.
Okay, now speaking of the drivers themselves, Michael Schumacher's legendary status, of course, do you think it's taken a beating because of his comeback, really, making him look a little ordinary, don't you think?
You think that?
Well, some parts of the world thinks that.
So. Yeah, so I think we can never forget the past and the history, and the fact is that he's won 7 World Championships, and times have moved on, and drivers have got better and better, and I think rather than, people questioning whether he's still got it, maybe he's still got it, and there's just great drivers out now that are also doing a great job. Maybe there's more competition now. But
well, everybody would definitely say that he'll remain a legend.
Oh, of course, and it's still such an honor to be in the same presence on the circuit with him. Maybe not an honor, but it's historic. It's crazy to have. It's so cool to have a legend on the circuit with you who's won 7 times World Championship. It's pretty special. On a lighter note, what's the craziest thing you've ever done, of course, other than probably ripping down the circuit close to 400 kilometers an hour? I probably couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. I was in trouble. Okay, something close to that at least. Craziest thing I've done? I've raced a plane on the runway in a Formula 1 car, but that wasn't really crazy. That's just... There wasn't much of an adrenaline rush rather than on the circuit, was it? No, I think the craziest thing would be... it would be something just... something to do with motorsports, something on the mountain bike. Probably something on my mountain bike, doing a crazy stunt on my bike. So you're a stuntsman wherever you are? Yeah, absolutely. You pretty much get that. The adrenaline, you've got to do something exciting and dangerous to get... Okay, I'm going to surprise you now with a rapid fire round, really. Right. You have to answer this as quickly as possible. Sure. Who's your favorite sports person alive? Muhammad Ali. Okay. Your favorite singer-songwriter? Favorite singer-songwriter? I have to say my girlfriend. Okay. Being really biased there. Are you a girlfriend or family first kind of person? Family first. Family first, all right, good answer. Whenever you decide to retire someday, what career path would you really choose? Have you thought about it? No. No? Okay, not yet. You're still young. Yep. All right, I'll give you that one. How would you celebrate if you actually topped the Drivers' Championship standings? Big party. How much do you love McLaren Mercedes? I love Vodafone McLaren Mercedes. It's a team that I've been a part of since... I've dreamed of being a part of since I was 6 years old, so almost more than half of my life I've dreamt of being and racing for the team I'm racing for, and now I'm world champion with them, so I couldn't be happier. All right. Thank you so much, Lewis, for talking to us. Thank you. And I'm sure your presence here in India will definitely boost Indian motorsport. Thanks so much for talking to us. Thank you very much.